Are you in the middle of writing SOPs, checklists, or systems, and it just feels like it's taking forever? In this video, I'm going to give you an incredible trick to help radically accelerate how fast you can write systems, SOPs, checklists in your business. Hi, my name is Tim Francis. I'm an entrepreneur in Austin. I've helped hire over 500 executive assistants, so I've learned a few things about delegating, and I hope to help you too. The concept I'm going to share with you today is something that was a very hard-learned lesson for me. I'd read books like The E-Myth and Work the System, and I'd read Checklist Manifesto, and I really felt sold on this idea of documenting what needed to happen, especially those things that happened over and over again in my business. I ran into a problem, however, trying to do a 1, 2, 3 step checklist as soon as decisions had to be made. So for example, if I wanted to have my assistant book a hotel for me, I could definitely give them a 1, 2, 3 checklist for how to log in to hotels.com, how to set the price range, how to set the date, how to set the city. But then we had a new problem. The new problem was every single time we would do that, now there were dozens of different hotels or Airbnbs to choose from. What does an assistant do now? There are just too many different variables. It was impossible to move forward. Then I got this idea to create something called DMGs, also known as Decision Making Guidelines. What a DMG is the collection of guidelines that are kind of like the outer edges, and as long as your assistant chooses something that's inside those outer edges, inside those guidelines, if you will, then you're gonna be happy. Let me give you an example using the hotel situation. Instead of giving my assistant the 1, 2, 3 steps, I could just say, I don't really care which website you go to, and I don't care the exact path you use. Here's what I'm looking for though. Please follow these DMGs. 1, I'm looking for a hotel that's gonna be between $140 and $200 per night. It actually doesn't have to be a hotel. It could be hotel, it could be Airbnb, it could be vrbo.com. I'm open with which platform and style of accommodations. If it is going to be a VRBO or Airbnb, I want it to be solo occupancy. I don't want it to be shared accommodations or I'm in an apartment where a stranger's in the bedroom next to me. If it is going to be in a hotel, I'd appreciate it if it was Marriott, Hilton, or Hyatt, because I'm a member of those 3. I'd like the location to be somewhere within a 5-minute Uber or walk of the conference that I'm attending. And I'd like to make sure that there's also some kind of at least a mini fridge, if not a full-blown sized fridge, wherever it is that you put me. And lastly, here's 3 pictures or 3 links to 3 listings of the kinds of Airbnbs or hotels that meet my level of desired style and luxury. So you can see how by giving my assistant these outer edges, now they can book anything as long as it meets those criteria. Now, I think it is important that we let our assistant or whoever we're delegating to know what the hierarchy is of our DMGs. Is it most important that you are within a 5 to 10 minute walk or Uber, or is price more important? So if they start getting into spots where they're kind of stuck, like this does meet the price, but we have a better walking location for this one, they know which DMG takes precedence. And from there, they can simply go down the list and come up with a great solution for you. Now, a pro tip when you're first beginning this is you could actually have your assistant come up with perhaps 3 options, like 3 hotels or 2 hotels in an Airbnb, and ask you as the delegator for feedback on which of the 3 you like the most and why you chose it. And that'll help refine your assistant's understanding of DMGs. Now, does this mean we should never use checklists? No, not at all. Of course, there are many wonderful situations. We just have to make sure that we're using the right tool for a job. Using DMGs to perhaps pack your luggage or send an invoice, those are situations where a 1, 2, 3 checklist is absolutely perfect. On the other hand, it wouldn't make much sense to use a 1, 2, 3 checklist if you have a situation with a lot of decision-making guidelines. So it's about knowing which tool is right for the job. If you yourself believe that you are a high-performance entrepreneur, the kind of entrepreneur who is really like an intellectual athlete, then I highly recommend that you head over to greatassistant.com to learn more about how you could get a great assistant yourself, someone who can help you spend as much time as possible in your zone of genius so that you can be happy while you're working, you can avoid burnout, you can make the maximum impact, probably even grow your business faster than ever as well. My name is Tim Francis from Great Assistant. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.